Look, I'm going to tell you something that will amaze you. Right now, millions of people over the age of 60 are doing something every day that reduces their risk of heart attack and stroke by 35%, improves memory, fights depression and even prevents cancer. But if you ask any of them if they're doing it, a quarter of them will deny it outright, die of embarrassment or lie to you. And do you know what's even worse? While the pharmaceutical industry is milking billions of dollars by selling fancy pills that promise to improve your sex life, this practice I'm talking about is completely free. There are no side effects and you can do it yourself in the comfort of your own home. Oh, and nature itself has put the necessary tools in your hands. Do you get the irony? Yes, doctors know, scientists have proven it in one study, in another study, but they don't have the courage to speak out because the taboo is so big. So if you're thinking of closing this video because you understand what I'm saying, just wait a minute. What I'm going to reveal here in the next few minutes can add years of health and quality to your life. And I'm not crazy. I'm a doctor and I'm going to show you the pure and raw science behind all of this. How are you? My name is Dra.Ealara Padilla, and on this channel, I bring medical information based on real science, no taboos and no bats. If you want to continue receiving honest content that can really make a difference in your health, especially information that other professionals are afraid to share, leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Seriously, it will help the video reach more people who need this information. And while you have the chance, write here in the comments what city or country you are watching from. Because I really want to see people from all over the world who are interested in real health. It is always amazing to realize that these issues are universal. It does not matter where you are. Okay, let's go straight to the topic that brought me here. Masturbation after the age of 60. I said that and I am not going to twist the theme as if it is forbidden or shameful. We are talking about a natural physiological process that has been with humans since time immemorial. To everyone's surprise, it turns out to be extremely beneficial and even necessary in the third age. But before we get into the details of science, let me tell you a story that perfectly illustrates the ridiculous taboo surrounding this topic. Last week, I admitted a patient named Eduardo, 65 years old, married for 40 years, who came to the clinic with a list of complaints that included uncontrolled high blood pressure, chronic insomnia, anxiety, constant muscle pains and the onset of depression. After a battery of tests that showed nothing unusual, we started talking about life habits and routine. When I touched on the topic of sex life and self-care practices, the man almost fainted from embarrassment. It took him a few minutes before he admitted that it had been 3 years since he had had any sexual activity, either with his wife or alone, because he thought that at his age it was no longer appropriate or could be bad. 3 years, and do you know what happened when I explained the benefits to him and gave him the right advice? For 2 months, his blood pressure stabilized. His insomnia improved dramatically and his mood returned to normal. Coincidence? Absolutely not. Now, let's get to the scientific facts that no one tells you. When you masturbate, age doesn't matter. Your body releases a powerful cocktail of natural chemicals. We're talking dopamine, endorphins, oxytocin and even prolactin. These hormones are not just weird things from magazines. They have a crucial function in your body. Dopamine improves mood and motivation, something that often disappears in older people. Endorphins act as natural painkillers. They help with chronic pain that comes with age. Oxytocin reduces stress and anxiety, 2 epidemic diseases in the population over 60. And prolactin helps regulate sleep. It fights insomnia, which is a major problem for older people. But wait, there's more to it. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine followed more than 1.2 million men and women over 60 for 5 years. The results were quite surprising. Those who maintained regular sexual activity, either alone or with a partner, showed a 35% reduction in the risk of serious cardiovascular events such as heart attack and stroke. 37%. This is more effective than many expensive medications that people take every day. And do you know why? During arousal and orgasm, your heart beats faster and faster. Blood vessels dilate, circulation improves significantly, and the entire cardiovascular system receives a natural workout. It's like exercise without having to literally get out of bed. And before anyone says it's dangerous for those with heart problems, let me clarify. For most people, including those with stable heart conditions, sexual activity is safe and even beneficial. Of course, always talk to your doctor about your specific condition. But EVT that is dangerous should be stopped. Another major benefit is prostate health in men. Many studies show that frequent ejaculations, and here we are talking at least 21 times per month, can reduce the risk of prostate cancer by up to 20%. The most widely accepted theory is that regular ejaculations help cleanse the prostate of potentially carcinogenic substances and reduce chronic inflammation. So while many men think they should stop these practices after a certain age, science says the exact opposite. For women, the story is just as amazing. Regular masturbation helps maintain vaginal health, especially after menopause, when declining estrogen can cause vaginal atrophy, dryness, and discomfort. Sexual activity increases blood flow to the area, keeps tissues healthy and elastic, and even helps with natural lubrication. My patients like year-old Ms. Maria report significant improvements in symptoms of vaginal atrophy simply by maintaining an active sex life, whether alone or not. But perhaps the most underestimated benefit is the cognitive one. When you have an orgasm, almost every area of your brain lights up at once. It is one of the most complete activities. Neurologically speaking, neuroscience studies have shown that it stimulates regions responsible for memory, learning, emotions, and even decision-making. For a population concerned about dementia and cognitive decline, maintaining this practice regularly can be a delicious and free way to exercise the brain. And we can't forget about mental and emotional health. Loneliness and depression are silent epidemics in the elderly. Many have lost partners who are left in social isolation. It feels like a loss of purpose. Masturbation may seem like a super simple solution. But remember those hormones I mentioned. They directly combat depressive and anxiety symptoms. Besides that, maintaining a positive connection to one's own body and sexuality is fundamental for self-esteem and a sense of vitality at any age. Now, let's talk about the elephants in the room. First, many people in this age bracket have grown up with an extremely repressive education about sexuality. They have learned that it is sinful, dirty, shameful. Carrying those beliefs for decades creates a huge psychological barrier. Second, there is a horrible social prejudice that treats adults as asexual beings. It seems that after 6, all interest and right to a healthy sex life automatically disappears. This is not only wrong but also harmful. The truth is that sexual desire can and should continue throughout life, albeit at different intensities. Some adults have high libidos. Others have moderate ones, and that is all okay. The important thing is not to stop something natural because of shame or prejudice. If your body is tempting you, if it brings you pleasure and relief, then there is no medical or moral reason to stop. Of course, we had to talk about some practical cares. Adequate lubrication is essential, especially for women after menopause. There are excellent lubricants on the market that can make everything more comfortable. For men with erectile dysfunction, know that masturbation does not require a full erection to be pleasurable and beneficial. Focus on sensation and pleasure, not performance. And if there is pain, discomfort, or any unusual symptoms, see a doctor. These may be signs of treatable conditions. Another important issue is privacy and respect. If you live with adult children, grandchildren, or caregivers, you have every right to your privacy and intimacy. Set clear boundaries. Lock the door. Have your personal moments without guilt. No one needs to know, and no one has the right to judge what you do in the privacy of your bedroom. So back to the title question, what really happens to your body when you masturbate every day after age 10? You improve your cardiovascular health, reduce prostate cancer risk, maintain vaginal health, stimulate your brain, fight depression and anxiety, improve sleep quality, relieve chronic pain and maintain a healthy connection to your body and sexuality. Basically, you're practicing preventive medicine in the most natural and pleasurable way, and they're hiding it from you. The pharmaceutical industry prefers to sell expensive drugs. Society prefers to keep the old taboos because talking about sexuality is still awkward for many people. But the science is here, clearly and objectively showing that it's one of the best things you can do for your health in this phase of life. So if you've made it this far, I hope you get the message. Take care of yourself. Respect your body. Do and don't be shy to find pleasure and health through your own sexuality. Age doesn't matter. If this video helped you in any way, leave a like so that more people can reach this important information. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I will continue to bring you honest and science-based content about truly important topics for your health. And write down where you are watching below. I really want to know that this information reaches people all over the world. Until the next video, and remember, sexual health is integral health.